I think Anand is with Mr. Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury. We're going to cut across and listen into that conversation.
Today that how several police barricades were put outside the residence of leader of opposition in the Lok Sabha, Rahul Gandhi, as well as we have seen that how there were multiple force and buses that were brought out to stop this cavalcade, but the Congress leadership and India leadership, they came to Gandhi Smriti over here.
Actually, the entire ruling parties and government's machineries have been poised to deter Rahul Gandhi ji from any kind of political agitation, because the government itself got partnered and they do not know how to deal with this kind of situation, because the entire situation was created by the miserable failure of this government. So the government does not have any word to console the students and the argument of the common people across the nation. Not only that, the issue has been discussing in India and across the world also. It has already assumed a global dimension. This is the first time in India that an issue has assumed a global dimension, and government has been remained mute spectator, mute and mum to this kind of gravity of the situation. On the other hand, they are exhausting all their resources, all their administrative mechanism in order to throttle the voice, in order to throttle the freedom of the common students. So it is very horrible situation being observed by us, and the government has proved itself its own failure. See, again, one thing I am surprising to note, that why the government has been stubborn in order to continue the education ministerial birth. Heaven would not have fallen upon the government if the minister is resigned. So what is the secret behind it? During the UPA regime, when this BJP party were sitting in the opposition, on each and every occasion they used to raise this kind of slogan, this kind of issue. Even Ashwini Kumar ji, Pawan Bansal ji, they have also tendered their resignation. And that time they raised this voice in such a vociferous manner that months after months the house was stalled by them. So that BJP party, who assured the common people of India that there will be no corruption, the government has assured the common people of India that transparency would be the prime motto of this government. But where is transparency? This is the first time that transparency has been the first casualty for the future generation of our country.
But the government is saying that it is ready to have a discussion in parliament on the issue of the NEET paper leak, but you are politicizing it. It is alleging on the...
No politicization. It is a common demand. A resignation of the concerned minister is a common demand of democracy. In earlier occasion, in number of occasions, starting from Lal Bahadur Shastri to Pawan Bansal, just see. It is not a single moment. This kind of demand has already been raised upon. It was complied with by this ruling dispensation at the time. But this government is hell-bent upon continuing the educational birth of Dharmendra Pradhan ji. Heaven would not have fallen upon him provided the minister itself resigned. Because it is a common refrain. This is the common refrain of the agitation of these students across the country, that education minister must resign, and he should prove that he is above the doubt of the common students. So heaven would not have fallen upon him, but this kind of intransigence is not befitting with this kind of government. So government has been exhausting all its resources in order to put down this agitation. It is not good.
Sir, my last question is, Murli Manohar Joshi, who is one of the veteran leaders of the BJP, he has spoken in favor of the student protest. How you do look at the voices that are coming in from the BJP?
Some saner elements always remain in that party. Out of those saner elements still existing in that party, Murli Manohar Joshi is an exception. He himself is an educationist. He was earlier a professor by profession also. By profession also. He's an education, he's a learned person. So he can easily understand the pain and agony of the student folk of our country. That is why he made this kind of statement. I appreciate his observation.
Thank you very much, sir, for sparing time. So, Vineet, you just heard what Adhir Ranjan Chowdhury has to say, as he clearly mentioned that heaven would not have fallen if Dharmendra Pradhan would have resigned as Education Minister of India. And he even mentioned about the way in which Murli Manohar Joshi, he has raised this issue that he has supported students' protest. He said he is one of the learned leaders of the BJP, who is was one of the very bright professor, and these are the rare voices that have come out from the BJP. Back to you, Vinay.